It's been a summer of TV with House of the Dragon and The Boys finishing up their most recent seasons. Did they live up to the hype, or did they show some weakness with their most recent seasons? What the duck is up? Welcome back to another episode of Duck Takes. I'm Blake, and as always with me, my co-host Garrett.
Hey guys.
A lot of TV to catch up on this summer, eh?
It was a lot.
It was a lot. I haven't even finished The Bear yet. Between that and movies, yeah.
Me neither. And, you know, I'm just going to say, like, off rip, it seems like it was kind of a lackluster summer for television. Like, good shows, but lackluster seasons.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah. Well, in terms of, like, the level of hype this summer had for TV, and then in terms of what they put out, you could say a letdown for sure. A lot to catch up on, and we'll dive into that if, you know, these most recent seasons of The Boys and House of the Dragon did live up to expectations. But first, as always, we have our first segment of the episode, our Ugly Duckling of the Week. And since we're talking about TV, let's just go ahead and stick with TV shows.
For you, I got movies. I got a movie.
No, you're right. I got a movie too.
You idiot.
Okay. Ugly Duckling of the Week. And as you guys know, this is where we choose a movie or TV show that did not get great critical reception upon its release, or maybe didn't get
box office sales.
Yeah. So just a movie that deserves a little appreciation and is underrated. What's your Ugly Duckling?
My Ugly Duckling is Zathura.
Zathura,
which I always pronounced Zathura for years.
I didn't remember that you said that, but
yeah.
I feel like I would have made fun of you if I did.
I don't know why you didn't, because I've literally called it that for my entire life until recently.
And I know my entire life I called it Zathura.
Zathura sounds better to me.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
Zathura.
Why does that sound better?
It's just got more oomph.
Whatever.
Zathura.
I like
Zathura.
It. Whatever.
Zathura.
Anyway, Zathura, A Space Adventure.
With Kristen Stewart.
With Kristen Stewart. It had a 6.3 out of 10 on IMDb.
Oh, wow.
And it had a 76% on Rotten Tomatoes, which kind of surprised me. That's not a horrible Rotten Tomatoes rating, but its budget was $65 million, and it made $65 million. So,
wow,
did not turn a profit.
Okay,
in the slightest.
Uh-huh.
I feel like everybody from our generation, has grown to love this movie. It's a very nostalgic movie, and it's a very fun one. And little do people know, this is actually a sequel to Jumanji. It is connected to the Jumanji movies.
Oh, wow.
And nobody knows that.
I didn't know.
Yeah. So compared to its predecessor of Jumanji, I would say it was definitely a letdown.
You think maybe that's why people gave it the score they did?
It's very possible. But, you know, I don't even know if people were comparing the two because they didn't even know they were related. But I think in the beginning credits, it's like from the creators of Jumanji or from the what of Jumanji or whatever.
I feel like the kids that saw Zathura growing up didn't know that because Jumanji did come out before we were born.
Yeah, no, so. I'm sure the kids who saw Zathura were not like, oh, this is related to Jumanji. They're like, the hell is Jumanji?
Right.
So yeah,
okay,
Zathura. It's a great classic adventure story.
All right.
Also, the mean older brother really spoke to me in that movie.
Shut the fuck up. My Ugly Duckling of the Week is Wolf Creek. I know I talked about this horror movie last year. A 2006 or 2005. What year did it come out? 2005. Australian slasher movie that I really did enjoy. And I think Australia actually has a ton of great horror movies. But I saw this for the first time last year, looked up the ratings, and it has a 54% critic on Rotten Tomatoes, 49% for the audience score. And on Letterboxd, it has a 3.0 average, which isn't bad, but it has a decent amount of low scores. And I don't know, I was just really impressed with the slasher film. It had very Texas Chainsaw feel to it, but just in the Australian outback. And I mean, I thought that was a great setting for a horror movie. I thought the performances were fantastic. And we get a sick performance from John Jarrett as Mick Taylor. And apparently the second one is great too. I haven't even seen the second one yet, but apparently it is really good.
Fake fan.
I'm not a fake fan. A lot of horror movies to watch. I was just really impressed with this when I first watched it. I had no expectations leading into it. and it is a 2000 slasher movie that I highly recommend.
All right.
So we'll talk about House of the Dragon first, since that is the freshest in our mind.
Mhm.
Season finale just came out recently. I was able to watch it last night finally.
Yeah.
What was your initial reactions on this season?
Like, okay, there are some good moments.
Mm-hmm.
It does build character.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, it was just like, why do I feel like we haven't really started this war yet?
Yeah.
When that was literally the entire point of season 1 for the setup.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So
like literally most of the season, our main person, Rhaenyra, is stuck at Dragonstone doing absolutely nothing.
Well, Rhaenyra's stuck at Dragonstone, and Daemon's
stuck in Harrenhal.
Harrenhal.
And it's like, okay, I get that not everybody was a fan of the Harrenhal storyline.
Mm-hmm.
And me personally, it wasn't my favorite either, but this was the test that he needed to, be like completely dedicated to Rhaenyra. So I was like, okay, I understand it. It is necessary for his character and his character growth.
Mm-hmm.
But did it really need to take the whole season?
Probably not the whole season.
Really need to take the whole season.
I'm seeing a lot of people say that the finale felt like the episode before the finale.
Yeah. Like I feel like we did not get nearly enough conclusion for the end of a season. You're supposed to conclude the story that you have in the season while also setting up a little bit for the next one. But this was 95% set up for season 3 and 5% closure.
And I think that's what the great shows like Game of Thrones and Breaking Bad did, is each season you felt a sense of conclusion in a lot of departments, but
you knew there was more,
with so much to lead into next season.
Yeah.
That just kept your excitement because, and I'm not going to lie.
And most of that conclusion doesn't come from the finale. It comes from the episode before the finale.
Yeah. No, you're right. And that way, that finale does the job of setting up for the following season. Mm-hmm. There was recent news of like George R.R. Martin saying that they would need at least 4 to 5 seasons to do this story justice. And I don't know how true this is. I have yet to look it up myself, but my girlfriend told me that she saw somewhere that the showrunner said that it was going to end with 4 seasons. And I don't know how many seasons we can have of just war, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like,
I mean, dude, I feel like we haven't had any.
I know. We just had that one.
Yeah. Rook's
battle.
Rest.
We just had that one battle
Rook's
in the
Rest.
mid-season finale.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Yeah,
great
it was
episode.
great.
But I mean, like, isn't that the point of these shows like what Game of Thrones did is the main story is the war, but you can stretch that out across a decent amount of seasons.
Yeah.
And this was a lot of setup.
And I feel like the big difference here is, while yes, there are a lot of characters in House of the Dragon, there are not enough side stories going on that don't contribute directly to the entire development of the main story of the show.
Yeah.
So, and that's where Game of Thrones really did thrive, because we had a bunch of little mini side adventures with the Hound and Arya and Brienne of Tarth and Sansa in King's Landing. Like, there was so much going on that they could stretch this out over 10 episodes every season and have enough. And honestly, that's where we get the most character development, is with those little side stories that don't really affect the main plot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's, I think, the main difference between Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon.
Is it putting too much focus on
It's putting too much focus on Rhaenyra.
Okay.
Too much focus on Rhaenyra, and there's not enough for her to do.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, how much can she do when she's just at
You can't.
Dragonstone?
You can't do shit.
Right. And honestly, I wouldn't be as mad about the finale if I just know that we're going to have to wait 2 more years.
No, I know. That's the annoying part.
Yeah.
That's the annoying part, is like, with how long it takes for each of these seasons to come out with, this is just how television works lately.
It's
and
weird.
It drives me fucking nuts.
TV is just 2 years is a standard now.
It's crazy.
Watch, this is going to be 3 years sooner than later.
I know. And it's like, okay, if I had to wait a year, maybe I wouldn't be as mad. But it's like, bro, if you're going to make us wait this long, give us a conclusion. Make me feel satisfied for the moment where I can be like, damn, that was a great season. I can't wait for the next one.
I think that's the main thing, is just knowing that we have to wait 2 years, honestly.
Yeah.
And
I'm losing my patience. Stop teasing me.
Right.
Give me the satisfaction that I want.
Because the excitement is gonna.
Yeah, you're gonna kill your own hype.
You are.
You're gonna kill your own hype.
2 years that it took for us to get season 4 of The Boys, and it's gonna take 2 more years to get the final season.
And I will say, I think that is one thing that The Boys did a lot better, was creating excitement for the following
finale.
season.
Correct. Yeah. I agree. It's taken 3 years for damn Succession, the Apple TV show. It's gonna take 3 to 4 years. I'm willing to bet Stranger Things, it's gonna probably get pushed back even in 2026. That's my bet. Those are my odds.
I don't even want to hear about freaking Stranger Things.
Like 3 to 4 years between seasons is just
they're
insane.
all adults, bro. They're all
insane.
adults.
I saw a video on the Stranger Things account, and it was Millie Bobby Brown. I think it was her birthday on set, and she was like, "I'm turning 20." She's 20, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She's like, "I'm turning 20. Started this adventure when I was 11 years old." I was like, "God damn, you were 11?"
Yeah.
11?
Mm-hmm.
And we've gotten 4 seasons?
Yeah.
Look, I mean, granted, they're kids, so I don't mind that they're not working them into the ground while they're young.
Bro, come on. That's like, I know that there's like laws and stuff. Dude, there's literal laws. They can't be worked into the ground. What are you talking about? It has nothing to do with that.
They're also going to be set for life.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my God.
Nah, it is. The standard of 2 years in between seasons is getting pretty irritating, because at the end of the day, it's just killing your own hype.
Yeah.
I thought season 2 of House of the Dragon had a lot of great moments.
Mm-hmm.
I keep thinking of episode 4. Honestly, bro,
the pacing just is what killed it for me.
My favorite character and possibly favorite acting performance out of everyone is Aegon.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. Yeah. Aegon's
dude.
Awesome. I love him.
And I'm kind of sad that, he got injured. So, he did get sidelined so that Aemon would take charge and grow his character.
Start going buck wild.
Yeah. But damn, bro, I think he's had the best performance.
I think he's had the best acting performance in all of House of the Dragon. Yeah.
I think he's done a fantastic job. And honestly, an interesting character too. Like a character that, grew up in this bubble. But
I feel like he kind of accepted that he wasn't going to be king.
Right.
And he never wanted it. And he never really was someone that showed that he wanted to take responsibility.
Because he's not the best king. But it does seem like his heart was at least in the right place.
His heart was always in the right place.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
which in that family is, impressive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the example I always go to is when he was talking to the common folk, and they were coming up making requests of the king, and I think this guy was asking for his goats back.
Yes,
and he was like, "Sure, give them back." Like, he what do we need them for?
And he understood the importance of the common folks.
Yeah, and then Otto came over and he was like, "Yeah, you shouldn't do that. You can't do that. We
got to feed your dragons.
We need those goats."
Yeah, and as we see Aemon taking place as what do they call him? King Regent?
Prince Regent.
Regent. He clearly doesn't understand the importance of the common folks.
Oh, no, he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah. You do feel bad for his character, and it's just been such a compelling character to watch, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I've really enjoyed that story.
Dude, like, I know what scene you're talking about with his acting performance. Everybody's going back to his when his son died.
Everyone's been doing that scene on TikTok.
Yeah, it's been blowing up.
It's a whole ass sound now.
My son is my legacy. And where were you? I was abed, Your Grace. Abed.
Yeah, no, that was a great scene, but there's other great scenes too.
Yeah, no, like, dude, even like the pain that he's showing when he was like trying to walk again and that shit.
Yeah,
nah, he's definitely grown on me this season for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think this kind of does tie back into what you were saying about getting some great side stories from our other characters so that we can fall in love with other characters as well and kind of connect with them because
to me, this is kind of like a Jaime Lannister situation.
right,
You know, where he didn't start off as this likable person, but he's having some character growth right now that is definitely kind of bringing people around. Because, while he may be the antagonist to our people that we're rooting for, like, he is still a person, and he's seeing this from a totally different perspective, and, you know, doing what he thinks is best for his family and himself. Just like which honestly, I think that's like one of the good things about season 8. When he was kind of under like accusation from Daenerys when he went north, he was like, we were at war. Yeah, I was doing everything I did for my house and for my family, and I'd do it all over again. And I was like, yeah, that's a good point. It was fucking war. Like, what are you gonna do?
Right.
So,
man, it's funny how much heat Sir Kristen Cole was getting in the first half of the season, and then I feel like he just disappeared in the second half. And
I mean, his screen time slacked big time
in the second half.
Yeah, so I think that was part of it.
No one talked about him in the second half.
Everybody was like, out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
But also, I think he did get humbled for sure at the Battle of Rook's Rest.
Yeah,
he got humbled big time.
Yeah, he ain't never seen war like that.
No
one had it.
And if you watch the behind the scenes stuff
after the episode
after that battle, they did talk about how that was his realization in that moment. He was like, he realized that, you know, they mean pretty much nothing compared to these dragons.
Yeah,
it's like the dragons are gonna be the determining factor of this war. Like, we're pawns in this game. And he did express that in the finale when he was talking to Alicent's brother. He finally said to the audience, basically,
if he were leaving to die.
Yeah. God, that man's been wanting to die for so long. Why didn't he just be done with it, bro? Just be done with it. I swear, I swear he always is just like, being dead probably better, honestly. Like,
dude, now that I'm thinking about it, the first half was fantastic in my opinion, and I think the second half really lacked.
It just dragged.
It did drag.
Nothing of significance really happened.
If you think about some of the moments that happened in the first half, you had the ending of episode 1 when they killed Aegon's son, Jaehaerys, right?
Yeah. Wow, I'm impressed you remember that.
I know, these names are wild, bro.
I mean, I'm impressed. I remember the names. I was impressed you remembered it.
Hey, man, I'm good sometimes. Like that was a crazy moment. And then when Kristen Cole sent one of the twins to Dragonstone to kill Rhaenyra, and then they had that battle, and he ended up stabbing himself after killing his brother.
Yeah,
I was
no,
like,
dude,
damn,
there
bro.
was it had a strong start.
Yeah,
you're not wrong.
And then you had episode 4 with the dragon battle, which was fantastic. Yeah, there was a lot of strong moments in the first half of this season.
There was, and then the rest of it was just Rhaenyra. I'm stuck at Dragonstone. What the fuck am I gonna do?
She knows it herself.
Yeah,
that she's stuck. She's
I know,
like, what the
but
fuck
I mean,
can
like her calling it out herself isn't really
right.
Like making it more exciting for me.
One of my favorite moments in the second half of the season was episode 7 when they had all the bastards come together and try to tame a dragon.
Oh, yeah, that part was really cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
I feel like that was probably the most exciting thing that we got to see happen.
That one guy's becoming a dick, though.
Ulf.
Ulf.
I
kind of hope he kicks a bucket.
I've seen some kind of like book spoiler stuff about Ulf that I'm not going to say.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't like Ulf.
I don't like this kid. I liked him at first.
I didn't.
Really?
I never liked him to begin with. Because even when he was in the bar, he wasn't even sure that he was a Targaryen, honestly. That's what it sounded like. It sounded like he was making the whole thing up. Because he had like kind of silver hair. He was like, oh yeah, I'm a Targaryen bastard. Buy me a drink. Yeah. That was basically what I summed it up to be. But he didn't seem to be like a strong person of character. He was a coward to go and even do it in the first place. He had to be like basically peer pressured into going.
I mean, it does take a lot of courage to have to do that in the first place.
Bro, this man has been claiming to be a Targaryen this entire time.
Right. I'm just saying, imagine like if you're a bastard and you're not sure yourself, but you got a strong clue that you are.
I don't know. I feel like if anybody would have found Silverwing would have been like, you're cool, let's go.
True. What was the other dragon's name? What's that character's name? The other bastard that claimed? The first one.
Oh, Vermithor.
Vermithor.
Yeah. Vermitos.
And what's
That's how you say it in
what was that
Valyrian.
character's name? Hugh Hammer.
Yeah.
Okay. Claimed by Hugh Hammer. I knew he was gonna have to claim one.
Oh yeah. No, they gave him way too much screen time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, this is definitely our rider.
I do like his character.
I like him. And even the guy who got Sea Smoke.
Sea Smoke. Yeah. The son of
Lord Corlys.
Yeah. These names, bro. Oh my God. Honestly, I feel like that's one of the reasons why some people don't watch the show.
Yeah. And they're like, who the fuck is everybody?
Yeah.
And why is everybody's parents related?
Because you think about Game of Thrones, you had Stark. Okay, that's easy.
Yeah.
Lannister,
Baratheon.
They
were all different enough.
Yeah.
They were different enough.
But easier to, because we didn't have all the damn Targaryen names.
Yeah.
Daenerys Targaryen, and then
and Targaryens love to reuse old names. They love using family names.
How many damn
there's
Aegons were there?
There's like, I think by the time we get to Jon Snow, who's Aegon the Sixth, he's the sixth Aegon. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So it's the Targaryen's fault.
Yeah.
It's Targaryen's
It's
fault.
the Targaryen's fault.
The Valyrian blood.
Yeah.
But yeah, episode 7 was a great episode in the second half. This whole season did drag though. What'd you think of seeing the flashback, or not the flashback, the future flash forward and the season finale with Daemon?
I thought that was pretty cool.
That was cool.
To connect it. And yeah, like obviously the main one that we saw was like Daenerys being the connecting factor here. And like she's like the future of House Targaryen.
Yeah.
I thought that part was pretty cool. But I really do just like love the power of the godswood in general.
Yeah.
Like the old gods. I feel like those really are the true gods. And the light of the seven is kind of just bullshit. I've never seen it seems like that's the main religion that everybody follows, and I've never seen any evidence of them existing. I feel like that was just like made up by the crown or something.
Because the people in the Riverlands, they
follow the old gods. They follow the old gods. Like I feel like the two that have actually had evidence is the old gods and Lord of Light. Okay. The Lord of Light in Game of Thrones.
Okay.
That the Red Priestess would talk about.
Okay.
There is the Drowned God, which is for the Greyjoys. They follow the Drowned God.
Okay.
But like I said, they don't really have like a mystical factor, you know?
There's a lot of lore in this shit.
There's a lot of lore.
A lot of lore.
Nah. But the most evidence I've seen is from the Lord of Light and then the old gods. I will say, I think that finale really did piss me off though, because I was just like, I feel like we got zero conclusion.
I don't think,
bro, they couldn't even give us Rhaena claiming that dragon. They couldn't even give us that in this season. I was like, bro, this girl has been wanting a dragon the entire season. Yeah. And she finds one. She started looking for it in the previous episode.
Yeah.
You think you couldn't have wrapped that up by the time we got to the end of the finale? Like, I get that you were setting up everything else for the other.
That would have at least been a nice conclusion.
Yes. Like, I was like, at least give us that.
And it still leads for us to see her actually
ride the dragon and use it in the future. Yes.
Yeah.
I was just like, give us something.
Yeah.
They just didn't give us anything. And that's what really pissed me off. I was like, oh my, I saw a comment on TikTok. It was like
the implications are there.
Yeah. No, it's
What's the
there.
comment?
No, I can't think of it. It was so funny. It was like, you know, where people are like, it was a this ass season. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It was one of those, and it killed me when I read it, and I can't remember it.
Some comments I say too is like, oh, this season could have been sent via email.
Yeah, like literally.
But honestly, no. The first half of the season, I really enjoyed.
It was good, man. They just did not wrap it up properly,
and there's just not that factor there. Like,
also, what was the switch with Helena that she was riding Dreamfire? That purple dragon we saw, that's Dreamfire, Helena's dragon. That said she didn't want to ride.
Yeah.
What was the switch there?
I don't know. I don't know.
Seems
I don't
sudden.
know. Like, she's another interesting character too that I think should get some more screen time.
They need to dive into her character more.
No, I think they probably will.
Because like, bro, she's powerful. Like even because she saw Daemon.
Yes,
that was her talking to Daemon.
In the
that wasn't a vision of just Daemon. She was actually there. She saw Daemon in his vision.
Damn, that's wicked.
Yeah.
And she saw what Aemon did.
I don't know if she saw all that.
She said she did.
Oh, okay.
She said I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know,
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah,
She did.
yeah.
Yeah. No. So she's powerful.
Wicked powerful.
I think they call them dreamers. There's a few Targaryens like throughout history that are like dreamers that can see that kind of stuff.
She should be a big character in season 3, in my opinion.
Yeah. She's kind of been pushed to the side.
Yeah. I'm expecting a lot out of season 3. I'll tell you that.
Dude, I swear to God, if they do not pick it up in season 3, I am done with House of the Dragon. I'm done.
I know we're like comparing this to Game of Thrones a lot. How could you not? It is the Game of Thrones universe.
Bruh, they knew they had a name to live up to, so you fucking live up to it.
We just haven't gotten some scenes in terms of some dialogue exchange.
Dialogue is not even close to the early days of Game of Thrones.
Because I will sit there on TikTok and watch a 5-minute video of just straight Game of Thrones dialogue.
The dialogue is so good.
My goddamn, this is so entertaining right now.
It's so good.
And it just made it, the writing was just on another level. Even when we were talking with Ewan, who plays Ramsay Bolton, and we were talking with him the other weekend, he was just like praising the writing.
Praised the writing.
He's like, it's all the writing, man. The writing was amazing.
Yeah.
So,
because I was telling him how I appreciated his delivery of the lines in Battle of the Bastards when he's talking to Jon Snow.
Mm-hmm.
He would, and I always loved how like he would say what he was saying, and then he was like, "I've heard stories about you, bastard." Like he'd like wait that couple seconds for his delivery, but he was like, "It was the writing, man."
It does offer a little bit more of a sting.
It does. Yeah. It does. Just like a reminder every time he says something like, "Fuck you, bastard."
Yeah. Even though he's a bastard himself.
I know, but hey, he's Lord Bolton.
Yeah. Yeah, we just haven't gotten those type of scenes in House of the Dragon yet. Not as many characters that you just like fall in love with. Like there's a lot of characters that I enjoy and that you like, but there hasn't been a character that you're just like
I would die for this person.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big expectations for season 3.
Yeah. Because, like, bro, I would have died for Ned Stark. I would die for Jon Snow. I would die for the Hound.
Right.
Like, those are all characters where I'm like, they can do no wrong. They can do no wrong.
Oh, man. I think they'll figure it out. I'm hoping they figure it out.
We'll see.
I have confidence in...
I have no confidence in anybody anymore. I feel like once you, like, kind of break my trust a little bit, I'm like, all right, my expectations are very low. So we'll see what happens.
But it's still, at the end of the day, HBO.
Because I'm tired of being let down.
It's still HBO, though, at the end of the day, though. Come on.
All right. You know what else was HBO and fell off so hard?
What?
Westworld.
Oh. I didn't watch Westworld.
Westworld had the world by the balls.
Really?
And fell off so hard.
I know a lot of people talked about that show.
Mm-hmm.
And then didn't it get canceled?
Mm-hmm.
Because it just did so poorly the last season.
Mm-hmm.
I saw some scenes though, and it was very intriguing.
It was good.
And good music too. I listened to the music sometimes.
I watched the first season and I liked it a lot. And I just kept hearing like bad things about the future seasons. I don't think season 2 was bad.
I think it was season 3.
I think it was after that it got bad.
But overall, I think House of the Dragon season 2 started strong and just kind of dragged a lot in the second half and didn't finish strong.
I literally felt like Rhaenyra on Dragonstone. I was like, we're just stuck in the same spot. We can't progress this story. Like nothing's happening.
Oh man, and R.I.P. Rhaena.
Rhaenys. No, it's staying in. It's staying in.
Rhaenys. So many Rhaenys. Shit, man. R.I.P. Rhaenys. She was giving a hell of a performance too.
No,
you know what? I think that's the closest that we got to a character that you just absolutely love.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the closest you got. Like a lot of people would have died for her character.
Yeah. No,
I think that was the closest you got.
She was a great character.
And we got it for 1.5 seasons.
Yep. Now she gone.
Damn.
Yeah. Nah, it sucked.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I was like, and dude, she could have gotten away.
I know.
Could have gotten away. I get that wasn't the point.
Right.
But she had her chance.
All right.
And oh my God, bro, Vhagar just.
Yeah. And I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
I knew. I was like,
yeah,
she's looking back. Vhagar is gonna pop up. Like it's gonna be it's your basic jump scare.
It's exactly what happened to Jacaerys.
Yes,
it's exactly what happened to him.
I knew that shit was gonna happen.
Just came out of nowhere.
Yeah. So,
God, dude, honestly, that was bad.
Yeah.
Dude,
that was a hell of a way to end the season.
Jacaerys' dragon like a snack.
Yeah.
That was horrible. Dude, his dragon was so tiny. Also, I will say this, the size difference with the dragons is kind of pissing me off. They've been inconsistent with the dragon sizes. Yeah. Like honestly, I swear I can never tell how big Rhaenyra's dragon is.
Right.
Rhaenyra's changes all the time.
Hers looks kind of tiny.
Yeah.
Is it not tiny though?
And well, then there's other scenes where it looks like a decently sized dragon. Like, I saw a picture, like it was like a side by side comparison between, I believe season 1 and season 2, and they were using the beach scene.
Yes.
And it's like almost exactly the same shot.
Okay.
Almost exactly the same shot. And in one of them, Rhaenyra's dragon is significantly bigger.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. It ain't Game of Thrones, man. Although there was a Starbucks cup in Game of Thrones, so.
That was season 8. That don't count.
That's right. That was season 8. Yeah, so I guess overall just a really lackluster finish to season 2. And season 3, you got a lot riding on you.
Yeah.
A lot riding on you. But I'm still excited. Like, it's still Game of Thrones, so we'll still be there.
I'll still be there.
I'll still be there.
Obviously, like, I'm not going to not watch it, but
yeah.
They better be careful.
All right. Enough of House of the Dragon there. Let's dive into season 4 of The Boys, which kind of the opposite of House of the Dragon, which dragged for the majority of the season, but did finish strong.
I think you're forgetting something, buddy.
Oh, shit. You're right. Garrett's Corner.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to pause these reviews real quick to do our second segment of the show. Garrett's Corner. This is Garrett's therapy, where he can bitch and moan about something. God knows he needs it. So...
Do I seem that upset all the time?
I don't know. I think so. Yeah, you do. I think you got anger issues, kid.
I have anger issues. All right.
Yeah. All right. What's cooking in Garrett's Corner today?
This is like a really personal one. But bro, I don't know what it is, but I cannot eat Wendy. I cannot eat Wendy's spicy chicken. I can't do it.
Could you ever do it?
Yeah. Dude, I used to get the Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich all the time. It was like my favorite whenever I would go there. It was my go-to thing. I love spicy stuff. I would always get the spicy nuggets too. And I did look it up. They did change the recipe in recent years, and I cannot eat it.
What did they change?
I don't know. And honestly, like I'm trying to figure out what it is. Because whatever they use, so does Publix in their spicy popcorn chicken. Because it affected me the same exact way.
Oh, wow.
And bro, my stomach is just absolutely destroyed.
Wow.
Every time. It never fails. Like I remember I literally took one bite of somebody's spicy chicken sandwich just to like test it. And even that, like I could feel it messing me up. And I was like, what did you guys do? Because I'm so sad now.
Because that's usually my problem, but I don't have a problem when I eat Wendy's. I think that's always maybe why I've always just drifted towards Wendy's, because
it's like,
I've never had problems with it.
It's got to be like a specific spice or something. Because like it's not in the breading. Like I'll eat the regular chicken sandwich, I'm fine.
Okay,
and it's something in the spice with how they make it spicy.
Because I know a black pepper can be an inflammation for a lot of people.
But
as well,
like,
I mean, I know you eat black pepper.
Yeah,
but
like I eat black pepper on the daily, bro. Like, what are you talking about? I don't know what it is.
Ooh, maybe we should have like a health segment.
A health segment?
Talk about ways to live a healthy life.
Also, I don't know why, but Wendy's burgers also.
Yeah.
When I eat their burgers, I feel like this like weird. It's almost like something's lodged in my throat up here. And it like won't go away.
I feel like I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But not from Wendy's burger.
It's Wendy's burgers that do it to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wendy's.
I don't know. Wendy's. I guess you're not. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'll still go there, but it tastes good. Like,
ooh, what's the best?
The two for $6 deal where I'll get a chicken sandwich and Dave's single.
Good deal.
Fire.
Good deal. Who has the best chicken sandwich?
Oh, I'm not gonna say Wendy's the best. It's probably between Popeyes or Chick-fil-A.
It's Popeyes.
But I want to lean Popeyes.
It's Popeyes.
Yeah.
That breading.
Yeah.
It's just
it's so crispy.
unmatched. It's so crispy.
It's
and
great.
honestly, like it's juicy too.
Yeah.
The recent times I've been there, they give you a thick piece. Like Chick-fil-A, they can skimp on you sometimes.
Yeah.
And you don't need some Chick-fil-A sauce to make it happen either.
Nah.
You just have the sauce that it comes with, and it's damn good. Oh, yes, Popeyes. 100%.
Popeyes definitely wins.
I want Popeyes.
But yeah,
And you bring them, hey, you get a coupon too. Coupons come in the mail.
Coupon,
You use them up.
Coupons come in handy.
One time I used the 2 chicken sandwich meals for, it was like $12 or $13.99. I ate both of them bitches. Both.
Jesus.
Sunday football.
My God.
Football Sunday. Ready to watch my fantasy team. I went and got
Dude,
2.
that sounds like such a great day.
It was one of the best days of my life. 2 spicy chicken sandwich meal from Popeye. Destroyed both. Watching football. Watching my fantasy team.
See, that's the other thing. I'll get spicy chicken from Popeyes. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is with Wendy's.
Beautiful day.
Dude, it's
It was a
something in their
beautiful day.
seasoning, but damn, oh my God, bro. You just made me miss football Sundays so much.
They're coming soon.
Oh my God.
They're coming.
Dude, just,
Yeah.
it's such a good day.
I know.
Oh,
All right. Let's move on.
no, you're making me cry.
No, let's move on. Let's move on.
Oh, bro, I need to take Sunday off of availability for work, man.
Yeah. No, I never try to work Sunday.
Shit.
During football season, at
Yeah, and that's like my scheduled date night too.
least. You're going to have to change that.
That's gonna have to change,
Oh, shit.
big time.
All right, let's move on to The Boys season 4. That was really the opposite of what we talked about in season 2 with House of the Dragon.
Slow start,
Slow start,
finish.
really dragged, but finished strong.
very strong.
Very strong finish, in my opinion, for The Boys finale. A lot happens. A lot happens in this finale.
Yeah, no, that finale, like, I think that it did give us conclusion enough for me to be like, for us to like understand what was going on.
Yeah.
And but while also setting up for, you know, the next season.
Because it seemed like season 4 was what season 2 was for House of the Dragon, which is a clear setup for the next season.
Yeah.
And we kind of had a feeling that it would be, knowing that season 5 was going to be the final season in this show.
Yeah.
But a lot does happen in this finale for me to be like, okay, I can at least feel enough satisfaction heading into season 5. But not, yeah, it did feel like season 4 was dragging, and it was the weakest season, in my opinion, out of the seasons that we've gotten.
Agreed.
And I know you said this in one of our chats earlier, and you're like, you know what? The Boys has given us 3 amazing seasons. So like one season that falls off a little bit, we can deal with.
Yeah.
Because they have shown that they can be very reliable in their quality.
Yeah. And it's like, and like I said, it's like not, it's not that this was a bad season. It just wasn't the best. And yeah, they have given us amazing TV in the past. So it's like, you know what? I'm just going to trust the process because they've earned my trust.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you said,
Dude, it's about
they
trust.
have your trust.
They have my trust. Once you break my trust, that's a difficult thing to come back from.
All right, so let's take a look at what happens in season finale. Spoiler warning. That's
watch the damn show.
I think that goes without saying that we're going to be diving into the spoilers with this.
Yeah.
Butcher.
Bro's a fucking menace.
Bro's a problem now. Oi. He's back. Daddy's home. What do you say? Oi. Oh, and by the way, you're all fucking welcome.
Yeah.
I feel like, man, season 1 Butcher was diabolical.
Yeah.
Even
holy fuck. That was diabolical.
Oh man, he was so good. The man had aura just surrounding him. But man, he's a problem now. He accepts.
Yeah, he kind of like
Kessler.
leans.
What's his friend's name?
Jeffrey D. Morgan.
Jeffrey D. Morgan. But it's like Kessler, right?
Just call him Jeffrey D. Morgan.
I'm gonna. He finally accepts.
Kind of like his like demons.
Yeah. And we find out what did kill. What's his name? It's season or not in season.
Come on.
You know it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Not translucent.
No.
I'm blanking, bro.
Religious.
I know.
What's a religious name?
Oh, it's a religious name? Oh, Lou L. No, what is it?
E.
Ezekiel.
There you go.
Ezekiel. Yeah. We find out what kills Ezekiel earlier in the season.
Mm-hmm.
And he fucking kills Newman.
Yeah. Dude, I
What
felt
the
so bad.
fuck?
I liked Newman.
I did too.
I liked her character.
Like her character was doing terrible things and man,
She was coming around.
She was coming around, but also like she was also just one of those characters, even if she was doing terrible shit, you just love.
Yeah.
You just love. And I thought her performance, Claudia.
Very charismatic.
Yeah, Claudia was giving a great performance as Newman.
Damn, yeah. No
Damn,
more
we
Claudia.
didn't get to meet her, bro.
Yeah, I know. And poor Jack Quaid, man. He doesn't get to work with his girl anymore.
I know.
That sucks.
I'm sure she'll still come to set.
Oh, for sure.
But
be like, hey, honey, here's your lunch.
If we got to meet her, I would have been like, man, I feel so bad for Newman, for your character.
Oh, I know. I didn't even think about that, honestly, when we saw her at the party.
Yeah. So yeah, she's done. I thought she was going to be pivotal moving into season 5.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they bring her back? Is there any way they bring her back?
I don't think so. I don't think you can. She's not regenerative.
She's got to
like
showcase Butcher's powers.
Like that was to show how powerful Butcher is.
Yeah, because a bullet we saw earlier in the season did nothing to her.
Dude,
neither did throwing acid on her.
That shit was so funny though.
Mm-hmm.
When he just tried to do the bullet on it, that shit was funny. I will say this. This is kind of like a comparison between House of the Dragon and The Boys, like kind of the difference. So the entire season, we have been getting teased with this, disease that Butcher has that's making him sick. We are not sure quite what's going to happen with it this entire time. And to me, so Rhaena is the one who was trying to get the dragon all season in House of the Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Her not claiming the dragon would be like if we never got that final scene with Butcher tearing Newman in half. And seeing what the powers were.
Yeah.
That's like if they held that off until the next season, be like, find out next year on The Boys. Like, and I'm
out 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years later, whatever. To me, that's like the equivalent. Right. Like that's like a fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is why the Rhaena thing pissed me off so much.
Ryan kills.
Grace was asking for it.
Kills Grace.
She was asking for it.
Trauma dumps on Ryan.
Oh my God. He raped your mother. He killed all those people in the airplane. He, like, Jesus Christ, just didn't stop. I was like, and even Butcher was like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
My God.
And you were watching a psychiatrist break down if I'm not mistaken. Like you watched a video on a breakdown of like his reactions when he does hurt people.
Oh yeah.
Because like there's moments where we think Ryan is just completely just turning to the other side, to Homelander's side, but then he'll show like a moment of humanity.
We've basically they were saying how like we have seen Ryan react to trauma in a delayed fashion before. That's kind of like how he deals with it. He doesn't really like react immediately right off the bat. So, and people were saying like, oh, he's 100% on Homelander's side, especially after killing Mallory. Like it's a done deal. He's definitely, turning evil, but that's not the case. Like he didn't like what was happening. Like he clearly didn't. And people were saying like, oh, like he just stepped right over her body. He didn't care. It's like, no, he did care. He clearly was not trying to do that to her. He was scared. He thought he was going to be locked up in a prison cell and forced to train to kill his own father. Like, I think he reacted.
That's a lot to process.
Yeah. Well, also while being told that your father is a terrible person who has committed all these heinous acts. So yeah, that might freak a kid out. And we can clearly see a huge difference between how when he was doing his first save and he pushed that guy, the trainer or whatever.
Yeah, the stuntman.
And the stuntman, and he turned into a pancake on a building versus that clearly didn't happen to Grace.
Yeah.
So he's still learning his own strength. He doesn't know how strong he is. And so he did not push her nearly as hard as he pushed that stuntman.
Because if he did, she would have splattered.
Oh, yeah. Like, she would have turned into a puddle.
Yeah.
So he was not trying to do that to her. And, you know, we might see some remorse from him in season 5 when we get to see Ryan again.
Because then there's moments in Ryan earlier in the season, I think it was the episode before, where he was doing that TV ad, that Christmas spot commercial, where he like stops and says this is wrong, and how he was talking about his mother and everything.
And that's what gave Butcher faith in him again.
Right, yeah. So it is this back and forth with Ryan, with like the angel and the devil on his shoulder.
Yeah, because one of the scary moments was when he was like taking pleasure in punishing that TV director or the movie director.
Yeah.
Which was funny.
Yeah.
But
and probably deserves. So,
no, he definitely deserved it. But that was like a little hint of Homelander in there.
Yeah.
That was like, ooh, I don't like this.
So honestly, I don't know what to expect from this character leading into season 5, because
it really is up for grabs.
It is.
He's on a teeter-totter right now.
Yeah. Firecracker, seems like she caught the disease.
No.
Or was she sick?
It's from her pills, dude.
Well, her pills caused
her heart to
enlarge.
And a common symptom of that is coughing.
Oh.
Dude,
okay.
Think about our dog. Our dog just passed away from having heart palpitations, and she coughed all the time.
Oh, okay. Well,
all right,
I'm not gonna think about that, but
whatever. Yeah, I'm not gonna make you focus on that, but that's a thing. I figured you would. I mean, I figured you'd put that together.
I didn't, because part of me was just because the main focus of this storyline has been to try to to make the disease again. She
doesn't have the virus, dude.
The virus, yeah, the virus.
It was from she even said that in the show.
I know she said just some side effects of heart enlargement.
Yeah.
But I thought that's all she said. So in my mind, I wasn't thinking of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah.
That was funny though.
Yeah. Dude, oh my God.
He's like now just disgusted with her.
Homelander was the sassiest person ever in that finale. Every time she coughed.
Yeah. So, Sister Sage.
That was a great addition.
Comes back at the end.
I loved her in this season.
She was fantastic. I really did like that addition. Really offered some humiliation for Homelander as well.
Yeah. And also like a support person for Homelander, because he's kind of been by himself.
It really, like, her character really humbled him this season. Because, we know, as we've seen in the past from other seasons, that Homelander is good for like their bigger picture. But when it comes to the microscopic things, like what goes on behind the scenes with the numbers and everything. And
he doesn't know how to come up with like a master plan.
Yeah.
He doesn't. Like, he knows what he wants, but the only thing he's ever known is like brute force and fear to get people to do what he wants. But that isn't always the case. I mean, he could do things that way, but for one, he's always said he would rather be loved than be feared. And
which is something that he keeps trying to get over.
But I don't think you ever will.
Yeah, because like we heard that psychiatrist tell him that they just ingrained it in him since he was a kid.
But if he really didn't care, then all he would have to do is just like basically kill everybody in power.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
true.
he could have done that a long time ago, but he doesn't, because he kind of wants to do this the right way.
Yeah.
And, get power in like a legitimate fashion, which he has done by the end of the season. Which is nuts.
The White House.
Yeah, he's like they basically gave every soup under Vought like militant control,
and they report
directly to Homelander.
Yeah.
That's about as in charge as you can be.
And this is going to make for an interesting season 5.
Yeah. And God, the freaking setup. Everybody's packing up, getting in separate vehicles, going their own way. I was like, all right, let's go. We got to spread out, hide from the law right now, get our shit together, and be good to go for season 5. Nope.
Yeah.
No.
The only one that seems to be scot-free now. Butcher. Scot-free? Scot-free? Great Scott.
Oh my God. You thought it was like Scotch tape?
No.
Yeah, you did.
Why do they say Scott?
I don't know, but that's the phrase.
Everything's made up. Stay woke. Quote the great Darius from Atlanta.
Shut up.
Everything's made up, man. This is a bunch of bullshit.
All words are made up.
Yeah, exactly. Literally.
That was Thor.
Oh. Does he say that too?
Yeah. He was like, it was when he was talking to the Guardians. He's like, Rocket was like, that's a made up word. All words are made up.
Yeah, you're right. Kimiko gets captured by Sam from Gen V.
Mm-hmm. And he ate that punch like nothing.
Yeah, which I thought we were going to see more of their characters, Gen V characters in this. We didn't see much at all. Anything. Barely. And then Frenchie gets hypnotized under what's her name? Sam and Kate. Kate gets hypnotized under Kate. First time we hear Kimiko talk.
Yeah.
She's screaming.
She's screaming no.
And Frenchie can't even hear it.
No.
Which is even sadder.
Well, I mean, I think he could. He just didn't care. He didn't care because he was under her control.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're like, oh, maybe her voice will break the spell.
Nah, dude. Her shit's strong.
Done.
Yeah.
Dunzo. So that was crazy, hearing her scream.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so sad.
Gets taken by his arch nemesis, Large Dick.
He's 0 for 3 against that guy.
Yeah. Huey and Starlight. Well, Huey's done.
Huey got caught.
Starlight
can
flies away
like faster than Homelander.
That was cool.
That was her only cool thing all season.
No, I thought the clone performance was great. Defeating that.
I'm talking about her character though.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, Starlight went through a lot this season. I'll tell you that.
Dude, Starlight was pissing me off. And it was mainly because she was just so quick to get so pissed at Butcher and had absolutely I'm like, you don't even know him. You haven't even been around. How about you shut the fuck up? No, dude, I swear, she was always on Butcher's ass and always against any plan that they had and then never had like an alternative solution. I'm like, why are you just shutting everything down? It's like we clearly have to do something. We can't just sit here and do nothing.
But no, I really did like her performance, Erin's performance.
No, yeah, Erin's performance as her clone was awesome.
It was awesome.
She did amazing.
I thought that was a great storyline as well. And just kind of offered like a switch up in performance for Erin as well.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the last few seasons,
her character has grown a bit stale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that kind of offered a good yin and yang for her.
Mm-hmm.
And I really did like Erin's performance in those last few episodes.
Ooh, here's a question I've been hearing a lot.
Okay.
Was Starlight valid for being mad at Huey?
Oh my God.
Was she valid for being mad at Huey for fucking the clone?
Statistics, no.
What do you mean statistics?
Like if you look at it on the stat sheet, it ain't Huey's fault, man.
Yeah.
Had no idea. Like, this is a damn clone, bro.
Yeah.
And
a shapeshifter who not
a
only...
shapeshifter, yeah. That's what I'm looking for.
A shapeshifter who not only...
Not a clone.
Yeah, or whatever. But a shapeshifter who not only mimics your features perfectly, but also gets your memories as well.
Right. Because I feel like that's one thing.
That's always the giveaway is like they don't behave like the person. But
and I feel like that's one thing a lot of shapeshifters we've seen in past projects is they don't have the memory.
Yeah. Because there's another shapeshifter doppelganger in this show, but he doesn't get memories. He just looks exactly like whoever he wants.
Yeah. So that was pretty crazy. I am excited I'm excited to see what she does in season 5 after seeing her fly away like that.
Because like honestly, everybody's biggest complaint about her character has been like her powers are just like
she kind of went through a Spider-Man 2 crisis.
She did exactly that.
She
didn't wasn't really doing much the whole season. I mean, she still had her super strength, so that was something at least.
Yeah, I think her strength is something that gets downplayed.
Yeah,
a lot.
Yeah, bro. Like she took a 50 caliber bullet and was fine.
She beat the shit out of Firecracker with ease.
Well, Firecracker is like, she's pretty low.
She is low tier.
The only reason she's even in the 7 is because of her like political influence.
Yeah. Who else we got of the boys? No A-Train in the finale.
No A-Train in the finale.
Which I'm fine with.
Oh yeah. No, that we were literally talking to him about that.
We were.
And he said he was terrified reading the script for the finale and he didn't see his name and he was like, that's cool. Yeah. I'm in season 5. That's it.
Yeah.
So
thank God. Because the title of that season finale was Assassination Run, and everyone was speculating.
Yeah.
Fuck, what's A-Train doing? What's gonna happen to A-Train?
Mhm.
Assassination Run, that can only mean one thing.
Yep.
Wild. So I can't wait for the redemption arc. In the previous episode,
gonna be great.
Man.
Dude, oh my God, his fight scene between him, Black Noir, and the Deep was awesome.
Yeah. And yeah, the whole thing going on at Vought itself with the Deep and Black Noir taking out everyone on Homelander's list that he wants gone.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley takes
Compound
V.
Yeah.
Seemed like she was having some
brainiac
shit going on.
Dude, honestly,
transformation.
You know, I kind of hope she turns into like a Medusa. I feel like that would be cool.
I think that's what, from what I've heard, I think that's what she kind of does turn into.
I've heard that, or there's an alien character they call like Martian something.
Okay.
But he's obviously not an alien in general. He's just like a very deformed looking person who took Compound V.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was like part of the Compound V process. It like made him unrecognizable as like a person.
Okay.
But yeah, because she's been tearing out her hair the whole time. That's been like a constant thing with Ashley. I was like, oh, that would be kind of cool if she grew like this really strong, powerful hair, and she could use it as like tentacles. I was like, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. If I was in Ashley's shoes, I would have done the same shit.
Bro, seriously, that's like literally the only way to be safe. I mean, this girl, she was about to tender her resignation.
Yeah.
And she saw what happened to the girl that was like, I did talk to Starlight.
What's wrong, Ashley, bro?
You don't think the next words out of her mouth might have been worth hearing?
The Deep, honestly, with the Deep's character, he definitely went through more of like he's definitely a comedic relief this season.
Oh yeah. And I mean, he's been comedic relief.
He has, but with how season 3 ended, I was kind of hoping for
like a little bit more seriousness,
a little bit more of a development there for his character, or maybe even an arc. I don't think that's happening.
Nah, bro. I think he's just like fully committed to the Homelander side. I think he's too stupid for an arc.
I think he's too deep in.
Shut up.
I loved what they did with Black Noir this season.
Yeah.
And how they introduced a new face of Black Noir to the 7.
But it's literally the same guy.
Same guy, same actor.
I love it.
We chatted with him too.
Yeah.
He was great. And we were like, oh man, we're so happy. Like you get like lines and we can see your face now this season. He was like, I know, man.
Even though he was like, before he even got that, he was like one of the most badass characters.
Yeah, he was.
Not you, Noir. You've been great.
And he does not have narcolepsy.
Doesn't have narcolepsy. It is a false rumor.
False rumor. We asked him.
Yeah. I asked him.
He asked him. What'd you say?
I went up to him and the first thing I said to him was like, hey Nathan, love you in the new season. And I was like, I gotta ask, man, when you were sitting at the table at Vought Tower at the table of the 7, did you actually fall asleep in that scene? And he's like, dude, I don't have narcolepsy. And he just said it was a rumor that took off and it stuck somehow. But yeah, the man does not have narcolepsy. Sorry to ruin the fun for you guys, but
it did take off.
He doesn't have narcolepsy. It's literally just his character.
What else we got going? Jensen Ackles, Soldier Boy,
coming back for season 5.
Credit. And he's coming back.
And there have been reports of Jared Padalecki talking to the boys showrunners. Oh my God.
Supernatural this shit up, baby.
The Supernatural boys are back, baby.
Yes. I love it. I love the duo. I really hope Jared Padalecki comes in season 5.
Dude, he better come in and be a soup and have a nice ass super suit.
I'm feeling it.
And I kept saying, like, I know they already did this with what was his name? Gunpowder. Gunpowder was like Soldier Boy's sidekick.
Yeah.
I thought it would have been cool if they brought in Jared Padalecki and he was like, and he was Soldier Boy's old sidekick. I was like, damn, that would have been fucking cool.
And they did report that there is going to be a prequel show featuring Soldier Boy and Lady Liberty. And like the rise of Vought, I think, taking place in the 50s, if I'm not mistaken.
Dude, that'll be interesting.
I called it. That was one thing. Someone asked me on Twitter, or like I saw something on Twitter. I was like, if there was a spinoff to happen of The Boys, what would you want to see? And I quoted this. This was like a month or two ago, way before they announced this. And I was like, give us a spinoff of Jensen Ackles' Soldier Boy and like his days in Payback.
Yeah.
Because we've already seen that everyone loves Jensen Ackles and Soldier Boy. And we haven't seen much of like the rise of Vought. And I'm like, that would be a great prequel series.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. No, that's gonna be a great prequel series.
I'm excited for that.
And shit, like I love Stormfront's character too. Like she played a great bad guy.
Yeah, which Liberty is.
Yeah, Liberty is Stormfront. So yeah. I'm excited to see that transition as well.
Yeah. And they started Herogasm together.
They did start Herogasm.
As we learned in season 3.
And Liberty might be Soldier Boy's mother. So that's another fucked up aspect of it. Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. And Jensen Ackles heavily implied that they had sex.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, she was a firecracker.
She was a firecracker. Yeah.
And then we got a character named Firecracker.
Yeah. Then we got.
So in that scene, end credit scene where we see Soldier Boy, we do see Homelander looking down at him because it was the vice president I think the vice president that found out about Soldier Boy being in a hyperbaric chamber. And got.
Well, I think that was like the Speaker of the House or something.
Someone like that.
It's like the fourth person in line for president.
Well, he found out that Soldier Boy was being kept in there, and so I wonder, do you think Soldier Boy is gonna side with Homelander now, and like the Supes with the direction that now all the control that the Supes have now, or do you think Soldier Boy will fall back into?
I don't know.
Because take him down.
I don't think he respects Homelander.
No, but I don't think he also cares enough about the boy's motive.
I feel like he'll want nothing to do with any of it,
and just just
leave me alone,
and just fuck off.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he'll just fuck off. Like he'll be dragged into it at some point. Like he'll have to. Like he's too important of a character.
Got to.
But I think initially, I don't think he'll care, or maybe he'll take an interest in Ryan and try to like fix the mistake with Homelander and and raise Ryan. Like he'll want to like raise Ryan to be a better Homelander, basically.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I was like, I knew he's got to come back.
Dude,
everyone just loved him. He was the best addition to the show by far, in my opinion.
It was why season 3 was so fucking amazing.
Season 3 was so good. Still the best season, in my opinion. Jensen Ackles. Bring him Batman. DCU, baby.
Handsome man.
What was your favorite episode of the season?
Probably the finale.
Yeah?
Yeah. That finale went way too hard. It was so good.
Episode 4 with Homelander visiting his home was really good.
That's a really good one. Honestly, dude, that probably would have been my favorite episode if the whole thing had just been like a bottle episode with Homelander.
Maybe, yeah.
I feel like that's what I've heard a lot of people talking about, is like if that would have just been all Homelander, would have been happy with that.
That was a great performance.
Yeah. Like I would have loved just a single episode that focused on nothing but Anthony Starr.
The man's got to get an Emmy at some point,
dude,
for his performance.
He has to.
Got to. We haven't seen a villain performance like this in a while.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of the complaints of season 4 was kind of like too much of a tie-in with our current like political status in the United States, and like, because The Boys has been doing satire all 4 seasons, but now people are saying like that it feels too real with our own world.
It's a bit real.
It is a bit real. Do you think that had any effect for the season
with like the ratings?
Yeah, or like I'm saying, in your opinion of the season.
I don't think so, but I do think it was like kind of crazy how we did have an assassination attempt.
That was wild.
And and there's literally, and the entire thing of this season was leading up to an assassination attempt, and it was like, shit.
Yeah.
That was kind of
weird.
They
had to put a disclaimer.
Yeah, it was like a little spooky.
Yeah. Matrix.
Yeah. I don't know. I think they still do it in a funny way. And I didn't have a problem with it.
Okay. I mean, it's something that The Boys has always done. It's definitely been more subtle in the past.
Yeah.
Like it's always there, but it's there for the audience to pick up.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's always been there. So like in my opinion, it didn't affect anything with the show because it does have a purpose in being there for like Homelander's final goal and like what Sister Sage's plan.
Yeah.
So there's still a purpose in that sense in there.
I'm not gonna lie though, like part of it is like kind of scary. Like when they were at like when they were at like Tech Knight's mansion, and I think Sage was like 60% of the nation's wealth is in this room, and I was like, bro, there's literally elite groups like that, and it's like that part is where I was like, okay, this is like kind of sad and scary,
and like the private prisons, institutions.
It's like that shit's not fake. Like they're not getting that from nowhere.
Yeah,
like this is like it is in a fictional world, but like this is very real shit that they're talking about.
Yeah,
and like, bro, the private prison industry, if you've ever like looked into any of that, it's fucked. It's fucked. You basically make money for keeping people in prison.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
And the fact that Tech Knight is like basically was just like laughing about it and like shoving it right in your face. It was just felt like kind of like a fuck you to the common folk. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie. There are parts where it just like it made me feel a little uneasy, where I was like, this is getting a little too real.
It did. This season did get pretty real.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I thought it was still a good season, the weakest season of the 4. But
yeah, it was still good. I think that finale definitely saved it. That
I think it did a lot.
It's had like good moments scattered throughout, but then that finale was just like super strong, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready for season 5.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, there you have it. Always fun talking about the boys. I feel like we could talk about the boys a lot.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like we could talk about either of these shows a lot because I feel like there's just so much lore.
But what makes me not able to talk about House of the Dragon as much as the boys is the fucking names, man.
Yeah, you suck with the names.
Can't remember shit. But nah, both shows are great. They just had their weaker seasons. Their next seasons, though,
if they're not peak, then I'm going to be mad.
They need to be epic. And I think they will be epic, but they need to be epic.
Yeah.
So.
Especially House of the Dragon. If it's going to make up for its name.
Yeah. So that's what we're hoping for.
But if The Boys has an amazing season 5, I think it could go down as like one of the greatest shows of all time.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's all about how you finish though, man.
Yeah. No, you got to finish strong.
Look at Game of Thrones.
Don't pull a Game of Thrones.
Don't pull a Game of Thrones.
Even though I do consider that one of the greatest shows of all time, a lot of people don't place it the greatest show of all time because of the ending.
Literally, like if they finish strong, it would have been the greatest show of all time.
Yeah.
Hands down, no question.
Hands down. I think hands down.
Yeah.
I agree. Agreed. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of Duck Takes, House of the Dragon Season 2 and The Boys Season 4. If you made it this far, thank you for everyone that's listening. Wherever you're listening on Apple, Spotify, make sure you give us a rating and review. If you want more episodes of us, make sure to join our Patreon. And thank you to all of you who have joined our Patreon so far. We look forward to keep posting on there and giving y'all more content. Make sure to follow all of our social media accounts. And what's next?
You always say that.
I know.
I don't know. I don't know, bro.
I feel like we kind of plan last minute.
Yeah.
We just go with the flow.
Yeah. We're kind of, as far as like TV shows, we're kind of running out.
I think we're caught up on TV shows now.
Yeah. Except for The Bear.
Yeah.
Which I've heard has been kind of a lackluster season as well. Man,
Jesus.
All these great shows are having like their season.
I know. Spooky season's coming up.
Oh, yeah, we got that.
We got hey, man, spooky season's coming.
Plenty of spooky season.
So I'm excited to get some spooky season episodes in here. But all right, that's going to do it. As always, with my co host, Garrett. And we'll see you next time on Duck Takes.
See you guys.